What's up, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube? CthulhuTheDarkOne back with another toy review. This time we'll be taking a look at the Marvel Select Juggernaut. Definitely not a newer figure, but an awesome one nonetheless. If you want a good representation of the big bruiser from the X-Men, or Marvel Comics in general, I doubt you can get better than this big mug. And he is humongous. I mean, he's not like super huge, but he's thick and big. Here he is next to a recent Marvel Legends Iron Man, which is about a 6-inch figure. Here he is next to Marvel Select Hulk, who is just an ounce taller by his head and shoulders there. And just in case you don't know any of those, there he is next to a can of Coke. So yeah, he's pretty big. And not only is he big, like I said, he's thick too. Like it's a good chunk of plastic you're dealing with here. You know, most of the time these things feel hollow and light. He does not. I don't know if it's what's solid and what's hollow on him, but he is weighty. Like you see, I mean, this ain't the sturdiest table in the world anyway, but he's chunky monkey, so to speak. But just a really cool, really detailed figure of the Juggernaut. Oops, too high. Sorry about that. And we'll get in on the detail, because it is Marvel Select is basically a super detailed line of Marvel toys. Marvel Legends are kind of second to it. But get in here, you can see like the detail. He's got texture work on him. You know, the helmet's smoothish, looks metally. Now there is a unmasked variant, which intrigues me because, let's see if the camera will pick it up. You can see like that little space. You can actually see, you know, there's space under his helmet. Like his head isn't just like a face on, you know, in the front of the helmet. Like it's an actual head under there. So exactly what's sculpted and what isn't is hard to say. The picture of the unmasked head looks pretty much exactly like this. You know, same placement and everything, except it has hair. And you see the head. But the helmet is not removable, so I wouldn't advise that. You might mess it up. But just awesome texture on this guy. I mean, just huge. Just, you know, like the bands are kind of rusty and beat up looking, and you know, it's just really awesome. Got humongous boots with his treads. Move some of the light around a little bit. There we go. But just awesome. And I just can't, like, it's almost impossible to describe without you holding it. It really is, like, it's thick. Now it did come with a display base. I wasn't impressed. Personally, I got rid of mine. Basically, it was just kind of like a little picture cutout in a little tray that you would just set behind them, and it was kind of like a busted up looking city. Definitely nowhere. It almost kind of took away from the figure, like his awesomeness. But it is slightly posable, not super posable. As I kind of showed you, can get the head a little bit. It gets hindered by the helmet and the mold of the body. But you can get a good little rotation, you know, side to side-ish. Each shoulder comes out about that far, goes in about that far, and of course rotates. He has a kind of upper bicep turn here. Like, mine's kind of tight because I pretty much just, this is almost the pose he's in the box. You know, aside from like maybe this elbow's bent or something like that. And I just like the way it looked, so I pretty much got him to where he could stand and displayed him. But anyway, elbow, kind of straighten it out, curl it in, and he kind of has like a, oh no, he doesn't. I'm sorry, I thought he had like a forearm rotation. That's right, that's kind of like my one gripe. I do wish they added like like this part could rotate. Because you kind of, like, if you want his fist upwards, you kind of just have to rotate the bicep or something. And that kind of, I mean, it's still big and impressive looking, which, if nothing else you need out of a Juggernaut figure, you know, at least I got that. So that's the arm articulation. He has kind of the upper ab crunch wiggle here. It's not a huge amount. Like, there he is all the way up. There he is all the way down. And as you bend those, and you can kind of wiggle side to side a little bit. No waist rotation. Legs are kind of weird. Like, they have posability, but just because of their size and the molding of everything, you can see his butt, like the back of him, is molded, like it pretty much touches it. But with enough finagling, you could probably get him to be taking a step. Like I said, I just never really messed with it. But the joint is there. It basically goes in and out and then rotates on that. And then, as you can see, the kind of upper leg, there's the joint. So imagine, well, maybe not. It's just like he's so molded and, you know, like, doesn't have a lot of room. But then you can see the upper leg here rotates on that, separate from the hip joint. Knee, pretty good range on the knee, a lot better than the elbow. So, which is kind of weird because, like, you know, I've honestly kind of tried to get him in a take a step sort of pose. It's actually quite difficult. And then he kind of has ankle-ish. Not sure what type of joint it is. Oh, there it is. I can see it now. It's kind of like the leg joint. You can swivel it from side to side, like so. It's like giving the broken ankle sort of thing. And then it rotates a little bit forward and back, like enough to be there sort of thing. But yeah, I mean, not a super articulated version of the figure, but big and impressive on a shelf. Definitely nailed that part of it. So pretty cool. I don't know the running price of these guys now. I know when I did get them, I got them off of Amazon, I believe. It's going to be kind of pricey-ish because, generally speaking, the older Marvel Selects, is because they tend to get a little hard to find. They become a bit more expensive. But if you like Juggernaut and want a big figure of him, can't beat this guy. So, yeah, great paint. I mean, Marvel Select isn't known for their posability, so I don't really want to use that as a gripe of the figure. It's posable enough. Could use more, in my opinion, but paint, sculpt, everything is so awesome on this guy. Like I said, if you're a fan of Juggernaut or want a decent-looking Marvel collection shelf, and you definitely won't go wrong with this guy. So, yeah, pretty cool. Oh, forgot to, of course, in case you're wondering, comes in the big Marvel Select window box. So if you so chose, he'd be displayed, and you could see him without taking him out of the box. But he'd be right here. His name, a really, really cool picture of him. Back a little bit. Picture of the figure, his origin, legal mumbo jumbo, the unmasked variant there in the middle. And yeah, so yeah, pretty cool. Pretty hefty figure. Since you don't see a lot of big mass-produced chunks of plastic anymore these days. But anyway, yeah. Marvel Select Juggernaut.